Okay, good morning to you everyone. Again, welcome to the School of Peace and SSP. Today, we will discuss about the relationship between the President, Prime Minister, and the Council of Ministers in a parliamentary form of government like India. Alright, Mr. President, Prime Minister, Mr. President, Prime Minister, and Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers. Okay. Mr. President, Prime Minister, and the entire Council of Ministers. What is the relationship? Who is more powerful? Yes. Who is more powerful? What is their relationship? Is their relationship a good one or a bad one? Who is the bigger one? See, what do you think? In a parliamentary form of government, like India, Prime Minister is more powerful or President? Prime Minister. Why Prime Minister? Why the Prime Minister is more powerful than the President? Yes? Because the Prime Minister is directly elected by the people, which means he or she represents the wishes of the people. The entire country looks up to Prime Minister, not the President of India. See, what is happening in Kashmir now? Welcome. What is happening in Kashmir now? Yes, here, first bench. Something is happening, right? Something happened. How many innocent Indians were killed? Yes, around? At least 28, and more is counting, right? So see, the Prime Minister of India says that he will take immediate and complete action against the terrorists. Yesterday, during the meetings, cabinet meetings, the Council of Minister meetings, Narendra Modi has invited the Defense Ministry. He has given a full power now. Now, the army can do anything in Kashmir. They can do the operation. That means that everything is in the hands of the Prime Minister. But remember, just do it once. Prime Minister can never take a decision alone. He has his team, which is known as the Council of Ministers. Too important. We have a team. Okay, we have a team. What is the team? Yes. What is the team? The Council of Ministers. Why the Prime Minister is too powerful? Because he has his Council of Ministers. Everything he will discuss with his cabinet, the Council of Ministers. Now, before I give you the notes, before I explain everything in detail, remember, Council of Ministers, I can't cabinet. What is cabinet in the Council of Ministers? Are they same or different? Now my question is, we have a Council of Ministers, right? But I can't, what is this cabinet? Yes? First bench, cabinet? You came across? Yes? Important? You have to speak loud. You have to speak loud now. Important?
Members.
No. Cabinet means the most important person in the Council of Ministers. Okay. Cabinet is just a 10% of the Council of Ministers. Remember, entire ministers are known as the Council of Ministers. But among them, there are some important cabinet which is trusted by Mr. Modi, like Rajnath Singh, Nirmala Sitharaman, right? Amit Shah, the Home Minister. These are the most important persons. Like in Nagaland, take the example. In Nagaland, we have 12 ministers, including our Chief Minister Nephew, Rio. Along with Rio, we have altogether 12 ministers. Okay. Along with Rio, we have 12 ministers. So my question here is, even though we have a 12 minister, Rio has some cabinet. Okay, Rio, among the Council of Ministers, there are some most important persons. Who are there? Take the example, D.R. Zaliang, Y. Patan, Mr. Imna Longino, right? These are the most important cabinet inside the Council of Ministers. So if here's a question, the Council of Ministers, among the Council of Ministers, there are some most important persons who are known as the cabinet. And cabinet are more powerful. They are a real policy maker. Too important. Even though it's a Council of Ministers, but inside there is the cabinet. It is the cabinet who makes the laws, and it will be the council of ministers who will implement the laws. There is this two important saying. This is often asked in basic. What is the difference between cabinet and council of ministers? Yes. What is the difference between a cabinet and council of ministers? It is 1 point. Yes, give me 1 point. What is the difference between a council of ministers and a cabinet minister? Council of ministers means entire ministry, entire team of the Narendra Modi. But when I say cabinet, among the council of ministers, the most important person, the chosen one, it is 4 or 5 or maybe 10 are the real cabinet minister, and they are the real lawmakers. So cabinet minister is also a part of the council of ministers, but inside a small one. Okay, it is a 10 one. So too important. Now today, let's see how they are appointed. You see, council of minister. Who appoints the council of minister? It is the president. Yes, here. Who appoints the council of minister? The prime minister. But why? But why? Or how is the prime minister of India appointed? How he is selected? Just give me the procedure. Because these are very easy, but in the real exam, right? When you have an option, it is very tough. So just give 1 point. Yes. Yeah. Firstly, to become the Prime Minister of India, there are 2 qualifications. To become the Prime Minister of India, you have 2 qualifications. First, get elected either to the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha from any state. That's all. To become the Prime Minister of India, first get elected either to the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. No confusion. That is the first qualification. Second qualification, your party, you might be from BJP, you might be from Congress, you might be from NCP. Your party should elect you as the leader of the house. Too important. Firstly, Congress. Rahul Gandhi should first get appointed as a leader of the house by his political party. And your political party should have majority in the lower house. Too important. Your party should have majority in the lower house. Your political party should have majority in the lower house. Lower house means which house? Lok Sabha. That's all. Out of the 550 members, it lists how much? 276. Right? You should have at least 276 members. Then you can become the Prime Minister. That is the only thing. First, get elected either from Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Second, your political party should appoint you as the leader of the house. And thirdly, your political party should have majority in the lower house. That means you have to win an election. Yes or no, in the general election. So, the Prime Minister is too powerful because he is the representative of the people. He represents the wills of the people. Too powerful. Yes, Prime Minister, every time Modi. That is why it is too important. Modi is too important.
Sir, Council of Ministers are appointed by President.
Yes.
But on recommendation of
Prime Minister, yes, yes, obviously, yes. Now we all know how the Prime Minister is appointed, right? Prime Minister, now you have the qualification. Now, President has no other obligation but to appoint the leader of the house who has a majority in the lower house as the Prime Minister of India. Till that, no confusion. You win an election, so now you are in power. You have won the elections. Lok Sabha, you have majority in the Lok Sabha. So the Prime Minister is going to be appointed by the Mr. President of India for a term of 5 years. No option. The President, no option. If you are in majority in Lok Sabha, no other option. The President must appoint you as the Prime Minister of India. Now comes the Council of Ministers. His team now. Who will make his team? Who appoints the Council of Ministers? Right. Or who select the Council of Minister? Now the question is like this. It is Narendra Modi, it is the Prime Minister who selects all the entire Council of Minister. Like a football team or cricket team. He will be the captain, he will select the 10 members. Okay, he will elect the 10 members. And now after he select, okay, you will be the Home Minister, you will be the Finance Minister, you will be the Defense Minister. Formality is Mr. President of India. Remember this one. It is the President who appoints the Council of Minister at the end of the day. But inside it is the Prime Minister. Anytime the Council of Minister can be removed by the President on the recommendations of the Prime Minister. That's why every time they look up the Prime Minister, they look up the Rio. Right? Mr. Imnalong is under Rio. Mr. T.R. Zalag is under Rio. Why Badal always try to please Rio? Because he can be removed anytime. Yes, that's all. That's all. So today we will discuss first the powers and functions of the Council of Ministers. Okay, powers and functions of the Council of Ministers. Powers and functions. Powers and functions of Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers. Powers and functions of Council of Ministers. Powers and functions of the Council of Ministers. The first powers and functions of the Council of Ministers is, it is the real lawmaker. It is the real lawmaker and it is the real policy decision maker. Too important. You can write your own notes, okay? You can write your own essay. No harm. No need to memorize. Just learn the concept. See, notes everywhere it is available, but just listen. The Council of Ministers is the real lawmaker and policy decision maker. What is this? Who makes the laws, right? In a democracy, it is the Council of Ministers, entire Council of Ministers. We have a Prime Minister, but no, Prime Minister cannot make a single decisions. No, Prime Minister every time will consult the Council of Ministers. So if his cabinet, the Council of Ministers are strong, the Prime Minister is going to be strong. Like now, Modi is too powerful. Why Modi is too powerful? Because his Council of Ministers, he had Rajnath Singh, Amit Shah, he has Nirmala Sitharaman. They are too strong. They are very capable person. That's the reason we are moving forward. India is going to become one of the largest economy, the fastest economy in the world. Soon, within these 10 years. Very much possible. Because we have a strong Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. So they are the real lawmaker. They make a good law, and when there is a good law, the economy, the citizens will live in peace. The economy will move forward. Yes, the country will move forward. Next is policy decision maker. Yes, every policy of the country, India as a whole. Okay, national security policy, national development policy. Every policy of the country is made by the Council of Ministers in the Parliament of India. So, in short, they are the real person in power. Practically, realistically. Okay, they are the man real power. That's all. They are the person in power. Okay, they are the person in power. Real power. We have a Prime Minister, but no, the real power is the center is the Council of The Council of Ministers. That's all. Next, powers and function. Correct system in nature. The Council of Ministers are the real crisis in miniature. Crisis in miniature. Crisis in miniature means take the example. Now there is attack, right, in Kashmir. Yes or no? Now recently we have a terrorist attack in Kashmir. So all this crisis, who will act as a miniature? That means who is the sole responsible for bringing peace and harmony? It is the Council of Ministers. Soon, once the terrorist attack was taken place, Rajnath Singh has went to Kashmir. Modi has visited. Amit Shah has visited the place. Okay, so everything in India, COVID-19, who managed the administration in India? It was the Council of Ministers. So they are the crisis in miniature. This is too important. Crisis in miniature. Why? Because they are men who should bring peace and development, harmony when there is a crisis in any field. Might be earthquake, right? Might be terrorist attack, might be disaster, might be landslide, any other problem. It is a cabinet, or if there is a problem in the cabinet or entire administration in India, in the union cabinet, in the union department, it is the Council of Ministers who should bring peace and harmony, stability. Obviously, in the union department, they will fight, right? They should bring peace. Next is chief coordinator. The Council of Ministers act as the chief coordinator. What is this chief coordinator? Chief coordinator means, yes, chief coordinator means, as I've been telling you, there are so many departments in India. Yes or no? Union cabinet, even in Nagaland government, we have around 75 departments approximately. So in the government of India, might be another 200 to 300 departments we will have. Sometimes, who knows? The forest department might fight with the education department, or sometimes the home department might not cooperate with the defense department. So in that conditions, it is the Council of Ministers who will resolve the issue through peaceful means, through negotiation, through dialogue. Yes, they can settle the cases. That is why they are the chief coordinator. They are the chief coordinator. In the union cabinet, just like appointment of the president, appointment of the chief justice, the vice president, appointment of the comptroller, auditor general, UPC chairman, the constitutional bodies are done by the cabinet. Okay, we came across the president, but inside is the Council of Ministers. So every appointments, everything, appointment, removal are done by the Council of Ministers. So they are the real person in power. Okay, you have a good relationship. Okay, you might be appointed as a UPC chairman. Very much possible. You might be appointed as a judge of a Supreme Court, High Court. Very much possible. You have a link with the government sector, with the government sector, anytime. And lastly, it deals with all the legislative and financial matters. It deals with all the legislative and financial matters. Very much important. Very much important. It deals with all the legislative and financial matters. So very much important. This is too important from APC point of view. Okay, this is gonna be X. It's gonna be X. So remember all this. That means they are the real lawmaker, they are the real policy maker, they are the chief coordinator, they are the chief crisis manager, and they are the one who deals with all the major economies in the unit government. So they are the real. See, the democracy depends upon whether the democracy will move forward or it will fail. Depends upon the entire council of minister. So this is all about the council of minister. There might be one question. What is the qualification to be a council of minister? Right. So first, get elected either to the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Second, your political party should have power in the lower house. Remember, a council of minister can be from any house, either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. There is a question, minister from which house? Any house, either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. But your political party should have majority only in the lower house, which means the Lok Sabha. Which means the Lok Sabha. Now, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister. The powers and functions of the Prime Minister, we all know. The Prime Minister is appointed by the President of India for a term of 5 years. But there is one more qualification. Only as long as his or her political party is powering the lower house. Even though the President appoints the Prime Minister for a term of 5 years, if the Lok Sabha is dissolved, no confidence motion. Every time I'm discussing about this topic, no confidence motion. Even though the Prime Minister is appointed for a term of 5 years, if the opposition if the opposition pass the no confidence motion again, the Prime Minister have to resign without 5 years. Okay, completely 5 years. Too important. Now, because there is a question in NPC Maths, which house can be dissolved before 5 years? Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha? Lok Sabha. Under what conditions? Yes? Voluntary resignation. Yes, the Prime Minister can voluntarily resign. Moral ground. I want to resign and go for a new election. He will go for midterm election. Yes. Next. No confidence motion. If the opposition is able to pass the no confidence motion, Narendra Modi has no other option but to resign. Yes, many prime ministers have resigned. Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri have resigned because no confidence motion was allowed to pass by the opposition in the lower house. In the lower house. That's the reason. So even though he is 5 years, not stable. Even Rio can be removed anytime. So now see, let's see the powers and functions of the Prime Minister of India, the most powerful person in India. Okay. The Prime Minister is almost like a king, or the President of America, or the President of America. And remember, in America, the President can serve only for 2 times. 2 times. Donald Trump can never go for 3 times. No, not possible. Only 2 times. Alright. But in India, Modi can even go for 10 times. No harm. So, Modi, see, India is better, right? If you want to serve for long in power, India is better. In India, you can be the Prime Minister for unlimited time. As long as you are winning election, you can be in power. There is no one who goes above the Narendra Modi. I mean the Prime Minister. So see, he is almost like a king. As long as Narendra Modi is in power, in the lower house, in the Lok Sabha, you see? Why Modi is so powerful? Why every time Modi, everywhere it's Modi? Why? Because of his power in the Lok Sabha. Because of his political party have a strong majority in the lower house, which means in the Lok Sabha. Yes, one more question here, first page. Why Manmohan Singh was incapable as compared with Modi? Last Prime Minister was Manmohan Singh, right? Who passed away? Why? Why? Because one reason was he was just a public prime minister. Okay, inside it was Rahul Gandhi and the Sonia Gandhi who controlled him. But Congress was in alliance with so many small parties. But now BJP is not like that. BJP is an absolute majority, almost 2 times from 2014 to 19, from 19 to 24. Only this time they are in partner with some parties, okay? But for the last 10 years, they were in absolute majority. That's the reason they have delivered. The country is moving forward. So that's the reason. So now to be the Prime Minister, to be a strong Prime Minister, a powerful person who can make laws, who can execute laws, who can take the nation forward, there are 2 qualities. First is, the most important is his political party support in the lower house. If he has a strong majority in the lower house, in the Lok Sabha, he will have absolute power, almost like a king. Second is his charisma, personal capability. Personal capability. Don't you think Rahul Gandhi is more capable than Modi? Or don't you think Rajiv Gandhi is more better than Modi? I don't think so. Modi is exceptional. Only Prime Minister to win 3 times, right? Hat-trick. So Modi is exceptional person. Some a special quality is there to attract someone, right? That's why he's in power. That's all. So now let's see the powers and functions of the Prime Minister of India. Bartholomew. The most important powers of the Prime Minister is the appointment of ministers in reshuffle of portfolios. Narendra Modi can anytime reshuffle the portfolios. Now, see who is the Home Minister of India? Amit Shah. But if Amit Shah is incapable, he will remove him anytime. Okay, he can make him just a member of the parliament. Instead of a minister, he can make him any member of the parliament. Okay, anytime. That's why the ministers are afraid. Every minister is afraid of the prime minister because anytime, absolute power. Anytime he will reshuffle, he will appoint to the president. Okay, remember, who appoints the council of minister president? But only on the advice of the prime minister. In BC option, you go for president. In the MCQ, who appoints the council of minister? The first option will be prime minister. No, it is the president. But only on the advice of the prime minister. Only on the advice of the prime minister. Very much important. Very much important. So now, see. My topic here will be what are the powers which is enjoyed by the Indian Prime Minister? First is appointment. He will appoint in his own entire council of minister. The council of minister is headed by the prime minister. In practice, in theory. Realistically, practically. It is the prime minister who appoints and who is in power of all the council of minister. Council of minister is headed by the prime minister. Anytime, every time. Outside, inside the parliament, everywhere. No confusion. And one more thing. The prime minister can resign anytime. That is the worst if he can. If Modi says, okay, I will resign now, the other minister have no other option but to resign. Okay. The prime minister can resign anytime. The prime minister can resign anytime. So ministers are afraid. If they resign, go for new election, I don't think they are going to win the election, right? All the ministers will never win the election. So they are very much afraid. They are every time in support to the prime minister. Any minister who disagrees with the policy of the prime minister has no other option but to resign. That shows that the prime minister can dismiss any minister anytime through the president of India. So, prime minister is the real person in power. Appointment, reshuffle, we can resign. Yes. So what more you have? Next. It is the prime minister. Okay, who introduced all the major policies in the parliament. In the parliament, the important major policies, schemes, project, everything is introduced in the parliament by the prime minister of India. Everything. And next, he can dissolve. This is too important. This is too important. The prime minister can anytime advise the president to dissolve the parliament, which means the lower house. Again, another absolute power. Anytime the lower house, the Lok Sabha will be dissolved. Okay, the Lok Sabha can be dissolved anytime. Anytime. On the advice of the prime minister. So, he's in power. Even parliament is controlled by the prime minister. So, nobody wants to resign, right? So he can dissolve the parliament, lower house anytime. Important policy introduced by him. The prime minister leads and guides the entire nation during war and peace. Suppose, who knows, we might fight with Pakistan. Yes or no? Who knows? India might fight with Pakistan. So who will declare the war? This is the Prime Minister of India, right? Here I see, during war, it is the Prime Minister who represents the country. Even during war, he will lead the country. Okay, politically, the Prime Minister will take on monopoly everything. I am in power, I have a responsibility. In the name of me, we will fight the war. Alright, so if you lost the war, who knows? You might resign on moral ground. If we are going to fight with Pakistan, and if we lost the war with Pakistan, I might resign. Yes or no? I might resign. So that is too important. That is too important. So during the war peace, what about visits of the foreign countries? Moody's in America, Moody's in China, Moody's in Africa, Moody's in England, Moody's in Australia. Why not the president? Because Narendra Modi is in power. Yes, Prime Minister is politically appointed, man in power. Man in action, man in power. Man in action, man in power. So everything he can sign. He can sign any agreement with any country. We can give some land to Pakistan if you want. Kashmir, the Modi can give to Pakistan. You take it. Yes, anytime. Nagaland was captured by Jawaharlal Nehru. Possible? How Nagaland was captured? By Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. By force, he can do it. Because you are in power, anything you can do. Army, Navy, Air Force, everything under the control of the Prime Minister. They are just advisory. The Prime Minister is in power. The Prime Minister is in power. So, see, if American president, if any power is to be compared with the Prime Minister, we can compare with the President of America. American president is too powerful because he is directly elected by the people, not like our president, right? Our president is elected indirectly, but in America, American president is elected by the people directly. That's why American president is too powerful. So somehow American president, who is the president of the world, is somehow familiar with the Prime Minister of India. Alright, now we will discuss the two topics. Next is president. President, vice president. We will discuss how they are elected. Okay. We will discuss how they are elected. How Mr. President is elected, how the Vice President is elected. Remember, if you want to be the President or the Vice President of India, firstly, you should be a citizen of India and 25 years of age. Years are too important. Years are too important. That's all. You should be a citizen of India. You should be a citizen of India and you should be at least 35 years of age. That's all. You should be 35 years and you should be a citizen of India. That's all. One more thing. No house of profit. No house of profit. No house of profit. Yes, first bench. Please tell me, what is this house of profit? House of profit. Often asked in NBC or UPC, right? No house of profit if you want to be the president or vice president of India, or if you want to be a member of the parliament. You're going to be a public leader now. No house of profit.
You should not have any jobs.
Yes, obviously. In short, no government job, right? No government job. No government contract. No government job. You should be a free man. You might be an IAS officer. You resign. You are a government contractor. Resign. After that, you contest. You contest the election. That means, in short, you should be a free man, right? You should be a free man. Private and a free man. You should be a free and a private man. Next. If you want to be the president of India, you should be eligible to be a member of Lok Sabha. That's all. If you want to be the president of India, you should be eligible or qualified to be a member of Lok Sabha. If you want to contest election to the vice president of India, you should be eligible or qualified to be a member of Rajya Sabha. Two important. These are the only differences between the president and the vice president of India. If you want to be the president of India, you should be qualified to be a member of Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha. If you want to be a member of the if you want to be a vice president, you should be eligible or qualified to be a member of Rajya Sabha. That's all. And you all will serve for 5 years. If you get elected, you'll serve for 5 years. Okay, you'll serve for 5 years. Now, let's see. Election of the President of India. Elections of the Mr. President of India. Okay. Let's see. How is the President of India elected? Elections of the Mr. President of India. How is the President of India elected? Too important from the NBC point of view. Who participated in the elections of the President of India? Who participated in the elections of the President of India? Number 1. MPs and MLAs. It is only the member of the parliament and member of the legislative assembly who participate in the elections of the President of India. Too important. The President of India is elected by the member of the parliament, both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and member of the state legislative assembly. Only elected. Remember one point. Write one more point. Only elected members. We have some nominated members in the parliament, right? Rajya Sabha has 12 nominated by the President of India. No, the nominated members will never participate. Only the elected members of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Same thing in the state. Same thing in the state. In the state, only the elected members of the state legislative assembly participate in the elections of the President of India. No confusion here, right? Every person will have one vote. Every MPs or MLAs will just have one vote. Every MPs or every MLAs will just have one vote. One vote. See, one more point here. One more point here. Now, if I ask you, every person has just one vote, right? MLA, even Rio will have just one vote, even Narendra Modi will have just one vote. But is the vote of an MP equals to the vote of an MLA? We all know Narendra Modi will have just one vote. Even Rio will have just one vote. In short, every MLA will have just one vote in the elections of the president. Even MPs will have just one vote in the elections of the parliament. But I'm asking you, the value of this vote are somewhat different. The weightage. kg, I meant the kg, right? Bigger, smaller, bigger, or lower? MLA, the vote of an MP is more than the vote of a MLA. MP means a representative of a state, right? See, Mr. Pangnam Gongyang has one vote. Mr. Supongmaran will have one vote, obviously. Yes, but no. Mr. Supongmaran has how many population in Nagaland? Almost 20 lakhs, right? But an MLA is elected hardly from 30,000. 30,000 will elect one. 30,000 voters will elect one MLA. Yes or no? So the value of an MLA is going to be less than the value of a vote of a MP in the elections of the president. Remember all this, only this one. This was asked once, okay? This kind of a question will be asked in NPC prelims if they are going for a very tough question. An MLA is elected from a constituency, and the population is almost only 30,000, maximum 40,000. You can expect of 50,000. But if a member of the parliament like Mr. Supongmaran, Nagaland, 20 lakhs. See, 20 lakhs will send at least, or 10 lakhs population will send one member to the parliament. So every time the votage or the vote of a MP is going to be higher than the vote of a MLA in the elections of the Mr. President. That's all. In short, lastly you can write, Mr. President of India is elected by both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and State Legislative Assembly. Not the council, and only the elected members, not the nominated members. Remember, today is April 30. Today is April 30. May 1 to 31st is a study. Okay, you will study the whole May. In June is the entire test. Okay, in June we will have a mock test in the year for this NPC prelims. I know many of you will take this exam from this college, from the school of NPC and SSB, because we are really here for you. Especially if you just joined July 15 last year. Last year you joined on July 15. So this is the year we are expecting. Okay, this is the year you will crack the prelims. Next year, March, you will appear the mains. Remember, you see, October prelims, December, they will declare the result. So you're going to be the one. Okay, you're going to be the one. So remember this. Mark my words. You have just 150 days. If you want to break this exam, just 150 days. Every day, one question. Remember, these days NPC is hard. The question is somehow hard. Okay, so to feel like I will attempt 150 questions this year. Every day from tomorrow, from May 1, every day I will study at least 5 hours a day. Yes, watching. At least 3 hours. I will study 5 hours a day. Every day, at least I will solve one answer, one question, and I will get 1 mark. And you're going to get at least 1 out of 150. You can get at least 150 to 20. Yes or no? And that will lead you to sit in the mains. This is how you crack your exam. Okay, you crack your exam. Any idea? Any problem? Now let's see how is the President of India removed or impeached. We all know Mr. President is the highest office in India. Please write down, Mr. President is the highest office in India. Mr. President is the highest office in India. But although he is the highest, holding the highest post, no person is above the constitution. No person is above the constitution. No person is above the constitution. So let's see how is the Mr. President of India removed. Remember, both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha have equal powers to remove the President of India. Too important. Equal powers, equal. No one is less powerful, no one is more powerful. Both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha have equal powers. But who will introduce the impeachment motion? Yes. Any idea? Okay, we all know Mr. President has violated the Constitution of India. So he or she is going to be removed. But who will introduce the impeachment resolution or the motions in the Parliament of India? Lok Sabha here. Who will introduce? In which house? Who will introduce? Yes? But? Either house, yes. When I say equal, either house. Okay, remember one concept here. Either means either any house. Okay, any house you can introduce, either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, but any member of the parliament. You might be Mr. Sukumaran, you might be Mr. Rajnath Singh, okay, you can do it. But you need the support of special majority. 2/3 majority. In both the houses. Okay. In both the houses. 2/3 majority. Both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha equal powers, but you have to pass a resolution supported by 2/3 majority. In both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Only then you can remove the president. Remember, one more thing. 14 days notification. 14 days notification of the last in BSc. He is too powerful. So you have to give 14 days to the President of India. Notification. You have to give 14 days notification to the president that you are going to be removed. You are going to be removed. That's all. After that only you can remove the impeachment resolution. So far, luckily, no president of India has been removed. So far, no president has been removed. Okay, it is very hard to remove this president, Mr. President of India. So remember all this.
For removal, votes. How many votes for removal of president?
2/3.
2/3.
Yes. So
President voting or
yes, 550 Lok Sabha will be how much? We need a 2/3 majority. Okay.
both the houses? Or
Both the house. If Lok Sabha 2/3 was passed in the Lok Sabha, but Rajya Sabha said no, I will not pass the resolution. In that case, you cannot remove the president. Both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha should pass a resolution supported by special or 2/3 majority in both the houses. That's equal powers. Only then the president of India will be removed. No confusion. This is going to be us. Alright, this is going to be us. Next, we'll move on to the Vice President of India.
So before moving to the Vice President.
Yes, you can ask, yes.
For the impeachment, for the election, only the elected members, which is the MPs and MLAs, can participate in the election. During the impeachment, what about the nominating?
Okay, yeah, very good question. Who participate in the removal of the or impeachment of the President of India? Yes, very good one. Who participate in the removal? Removal is different. The state will never participate in the removal of the Mr. President of India. Only the Parliament of India can remove the President of India. That means both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And here comes one more thing. Both elected and nominated members of the Parliament can participate in the removal of the Mr. President of India. That's all. Both elected and nominated members participate in the impeachment or removal of the Mr. President of India. This is too important. One more confusion, right? Both elected and nominated members participate in the removal of the Mr. President of India. Yes, that's a good one. That's the only question. Now let's see the Vice President of India. How is the Mr. Vice President of India elected? Alright. The Vice President of India is elected by both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Here comes both elected and nominated members. The Vice President of India is elected by both the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. And here comes the differences. Both elected and nominated members of the Parliament participate in the elections of the Mr. Vice President of India. That's all. No. Not the MLAs. Only the member of the Parliament. Only the members of the Parliament. That's all. And once elected, he will serve for 5 years. That's all. Now the removal is too important. Removal of the Vice President of India. Impeachment. Simple majority. The impeachment resolution of the Vice President can be first introduced only in the Rajya Sabha. This is one point you have to memorize. Okay, not the Lok Sabha here. For President, any house, but for VP, it is different. For VP, it is different. Any house. And you have to pass the resolution in the Rajya Sabha by special majority. But in the Lok Sabha, it has to be just accurate. Too important. Remember my point. In the Rajya Sabha, you have to pass the resolution supported by special majority. Okay. Which means half of the members should say yes. Whereas in the Lok Sabha, only accurate. Accurate means simple majority. You must pass the resolution in the Rajya Sabha, in the Lok Sabha only by simple majority. So 550, simple majority will be at least 150. Yes or no? 150 to 80. Just 150 to 80. You have to pass the resolution in the Lok Sabha. This is how Mr. Vice President is removed. One more thing. 14 days notification. 14 days notification. Too important from the NBC point of view. Too important from the NBC point of view. 14 days notification has to be given. 14 days notification has to be given to the president, to the vice president that you are going to be removed. You are going to be removed. 14 days notification has to be given to the vice president that you are going to be removed. Alright. This is how Mr. Vice President can be removed. So far, luckily, no vice president has been removed. Now let's see. What is the power of the Vice President of India? What is the powers of the Vice President of India? The first power of the Vice President is the Vice President acts as the ex-officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. That means he is the only person who is responsible for presiding over the Rajya Sabha. Okay, he presides over the meetings. That's all. Why do we have a Vice President? To preside over the Rajya Sabha when there is a meeting. Okay, when there is a meeting. Next is the Vice President will become the President of India for 6 months. If the President is died, impeached, or removed, or incapable. That's all. Only 2 powers. The Vice President is there to be the President of India for 6 months. If the President dies, resign, impeach, or remove. That's all. That's all. That's all. No more power, right? Except this one. The Vice President will become the President for 6 months if the President dies, resign, impeach, remove, or incapable, and to be the ex-officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. To be the ex-officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Now let's see, Mr. President, the powers and functions of the Mr. President of India. The powers and functions of Mr. President of India. India, legislative, financial, executive, judicial, diplomatic, and emergency. Legislative, executive, financial, judicial, diplomatic, emergency. Military powers. The President of India has been vested with legislative, executive, financial, judicial, emergency, diplomatic, and military powers. But remember, all these powers are advisory. Mark my point. All these powers are advisory. All these powers are advisory, which means these powers are to be exercised only in the name of only on the advice of the Council of Ministers, headed by the Prime Minister. That's all. What do you mean by advisory? Advisory means you don't have an executive power. All this power, even though Mr. President have a legislative, executive, financial, all these powers are to be exercised only on the advice of the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all. Today we will discuss some powers and function. Okay, all is not possible, but let's discuss the legislative powers and the financial. The President of India can summon both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha anytime. Summon means what? He will call the meeting, right? A special meeting anytime. Now Lok Sabha, they are not in season, but the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, she can ask anytime. Okay, we will have a season. Okay, known as a summon anytime, special power. And next is the President of India can address the Parliament anytime, and he can also send message. Mr. President can also send message to both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. He can also address both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha anytime. Next is ordinance. Next is ordinance. In the bracket, you can write the most powerful legislative powers of the Mr. President of India. The most important legislative powers of the President of India is ordinance making. What is this ordinance making? Ordinance making means emergency law making powers of the Mr. President of India, often asked in BC. The most powerful powers of the Mr. President of India is law making powers, which is known as the ordinance. During emergency situation, suppose Lok Sabha is dissolved, Rajya Sabha is not in season, emergency came up, who will make the laws in the Parliament? It is the Mr. President of India. Law making powers. He can issue ordinance anytime, which is as same as the law made by the Parliament of India. Too important. This ordinance is valid for 6 weeks. Both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, when they come from meeting for the first time after races or after a break, they should approve it within 6 weeks. Okay, within 6 weeks, they have to approve. Alright, within 6 weeks, they have to approve, or else that law-making procedure will never come into effect. 6 weeks they have to approve after they assemble together. the Lok Sabha. Okay. Till 2020, Mr. President of India nominates 2 members to Lok Sabha from the Anglo-Indian communities. Mr. President of India nominates 2 members from the Anglo-Indians to the Lok Sabha till 2020. Mr. President of India, as the legislative powers, nominates 2 members to the Lok Sabha from the Anglo-Indian communities, from the Anglo-Indian. So who are these Anglo-Indians? Anglo-Indian means half Indians, half British. Half Indians and half British. Alright. This is too important. So remember, it is the Mr. President of India who nominates 12 members to the 2 members to the Lok Sabha from the Anglo-Indians till 2020. Next is, again, Mr. President nominates 12 members to the Rajya Sabha. Special legislative powers. Special legislative powers. But in what field? Mr. President nominates 12 members to the Rajya Sabha as legislative powers, but from which field? In the field of art, literature, social science, social service, and science. Suppose, remember, you are very famous in the field of art. Art means you are very famous, but too exceptional. Might be a miracle boxer, right? Might be Amitabh Bachchan as an actor, Shah Rukh Khan as an actor, Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar as a cricketer. They are nominated to the Rajya Sabha because they are too famous in the field of something. Next is in the field of literature, means a famous poet. Science means a very good scientist. Social service means an NGO, and civil society workers, too exceptional. You are going to be nominated by the Mr. President of India anytime. Anytime. That's all. See. One more power. It is the Mr. President who has the absolute power to call the joint sittings. Joint sittings of the parliament. We all know Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha will sit separately, right? The Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha will sit separately. But there will be a situation where the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha can sit together. Alright, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha can sit together. The Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha will have to come together. So who will call the meetings? It is the Mr. President of India. Joint sittings of the parliament. Who will call the joint sittings? It is the Mr. President of India. One more thing. Who presides over the joint sittings? Mr. Speaker. If the Speaker is absent, Deputy Speaker. If Deputy Speaker is absent, Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. If Deputy Chairman is absent, any member from either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha appointed by the Mr. President of India. Absolute power. Absolute power. So these are all legislative powers. So many powers, but I'm not going to discuss all. Okay, these are the most important. But if NBC asks you, which is the most important legislative powers of the Mr. President of India? So in that condition, your answer should be ordinance making power. Mr. President has absolute power to make ordinance during emergency situation. Ordinance making power means emergency law making powers, which is valid for 6 weeks. Yes, which is valid for 6 weeks. Too important. Legislative powers. So I'm going to end up with legislative powers here. Next is executive powers. Executive. Legislative and executive. Legislative and executive. Executive means appointment, removal. Okay. Executive means appointment, removal. So it is the president who appoints the prime minister. Executive means the appointment and the removal. Okay. Executive means the appointment and the removal. The appointment and the removal. Executive means appointment powers in the removal powers of the Mr. President of India. The Prime Minister, Council of Ministers, the Vice President, UPC Chairman, MPC, Chairman of the Finance Commission, everything is appointed by the Mr. President of India in the Union government. Nothing except the Mr. President. Okay, so all appointments and removal are done by the Mr. President of India on the device of the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. All the executive powers are vested in the Mr. President of India. Too important. Too important. All the executive powers of the union are vested in the. All the executive powers of the president are vested in the president of India. Very much important. Very much important. Alright. All the executive powers of the Union are vested in the President of India, Article 53. But these powers are utilized by the Council of Ministers only in theory. It is vested in the President. But practically, all these powers are enjoyed and exercised by the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. Remember all this. Okay, now one more thing, one more executive powers. He makes rules for the most convenient transaction of the union government. Too important. Mr. President is to ensure that the government of India, the union government, is working smoothly for the peace and development of the country in general. So it is the president who has the absolute executive power to make rules for the most convenient transaction of the union government. Very much important. Very much important. Very much important. So, these are the executive powers. Executive means appointment and removal powers. Okay. Everything, the union executive powers are vested in the president. He appoints the prime minister, the council of ministers, in the entire constitutional boss. He has the power to remove on the advice of the cabinet, which means the council of ministers. And he makes rules for the most convenient transaction of the Mr. of the union government. One more, almost like an absolute power. Tonight, coherency, a special power of the Mr. President. Administration, too important. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, anytime should be able to provide the functioning of the administration in India to the president when the president asks so. Anytime. Anytime. Almost like an absolute power. Article 78 of the Indian Constitution says that Mr. President, under the executive power, should know from the Prime Minister what is happening in India, in the government of India, in the union government, which means the administration, the entire administration, which means the law and order. Okay, anytime the Prime Minister should be ready. That's the reason when the Prime Minister comes to Nagaland or comes to Maharashtra or when he goes to China, he has so many advisors, IAS officer, at least 20-30 IAS officer will accompany him. Too important, alright. Article 28. Next is anytime Mr. President can ask the minister to consider a decision which has been taken individually. Too important. Take the example, Mr. Rajnath Singh, as a defense minister, he wants to capture some area in Kashmir forcefully. Now, situation is too bad in Kashmir, right? Army has given the absolute power. So Rajnath Singh will use power. As a defense minister, Rajnath Singh will use absolute power. But Mr. President, under the executive power, can ask him, Mr. Rajnath Singh, please reconsider your decisions one more time. Individual capacity I'm talking about. Mr. President will never ask the entire Council of Ministers to reconsider a decision which has been taken collectively, together. Together is not possible. If the decision has been taken together, no. Now we are going to fight. But individually, if Rajnath Singh as a defense minister has taken decisions on an individual capacity. He has taken his decisions individually, not collectively. Okay, in that condition, Mr. President can say, no, please reconsider your decision once more under executive power. This is known as the executive power of Mr. President of India. So what conditions? Is this good or bad? Yes, first bench? To reconsider someone's decisions individually? Is that a good or bad one? Sometimes it might be good, right? Harshly or suddenly, if I take a decisions, I will capture Pakistan. I will fight with the terrorists. It might create a huge law and order problem. So in that condition, okay, the president executive power is good. So in short, conclusion, what is executive power? Yes? What is an executive power of the Mr. President? Yes? 1 point. What is executive power? In short, what is executive power that we discussed today? Executive means appointment or removal of something. Okay, removal power, appointment power. I have an executive power. What that means? It means I can remove you, I can appoint you anytime. So people are afraid, right? Why is it? Why the IAS officer is afraid of the minister? Because the minister can remove him. Not individually, but collectively, they can remove even the minister. They have the power. The minister can remove the constitutional bosses or permanent civil servant, like IAS, IPs and all, right? It is only the minister who can appoint, who can terminate. Who appoints the chief secretary? Who appoints the secretary? Who appoints the union minister? Union cabinet secretary. It is the cabinet, it is the minister, because minister is executive power. That's all. That's all. Next is financial powers. Financial means the money power, right? Financial minister. This will be our last topic for today. All right. And tomorrow we will continue. Emergency military judicial powers. We will continue tomorrow. And diplomatic powers. Financial means the money powers. So let's see what kind of a money power does Mr. President of India have. Mr. President of India has absolute power to set up a finance commission every 5 years for India. Finance commission of India every 5 years. It is the Mr. President of India who has the absolute power to set up a finance commission every 5 years. Every 5 years, every 5 years, every 5 years. Every 5 years. So absolute power, 5 years. This is a special power of the Mr. President of India. No demand for a crown can be met except on his recommendation. No demand for a crown can be met except on his recommendation. What is this? No demand for a crown can be met except on his recommendation. Can you see that? What is that? Yes? It means so many departments are there in the union government. Yes or no? You have forest department, education department, agriculture department, law and order department, geology department, soil and water conservation department. So many departments are there. Give me 50 crore, give me 100 crore, right, in the parliament. So this grant can be met only on the recommendations of Mr. President of India. See, no demand for a grant can be met except on the recommendations of the Mr. President of India. Too important. You want money? Yes. We all know the finance ministry, the Rajnath Singh as a defense ministry needs a sum of 1 billion to buy some explosive weapons. But we need the recommendations of the Mr. President of India. Next is, Mr. President should be able to cause to be led the annual financial budget every year. Budget should be presented in the parliament, in the Lok Sabha every year by the finance minister of India. But who should ensure that? It is the Mr. President. Mr. President will every time inform Mr. Nirmala Sitharaman, as a finance minister, you should present the budget. Okay, or else how can we carry out our function, right? So, Mr. President should every time, remind the finance minister, you have to present the budget. Cause to be late means you have to present the budget in the Lok Sabha every year. That's all. And last important power is money bill. Money bill, money bill. Money bill. The most important financial power of the Mr. President of India. Money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha by the Finance Minister of India every year on the recommendations of the Mr. President. Too important, too important. Money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha, only on the recommendations of the Mr. President of India, not the speaker here. On the recommendations of the Mr. President of India. That's all. That's all. Finance Minister of India, only on the recommendations of the Mr. President of India in the Lok Sabha. No. Finance Minister only. Okay, Finance Minister. Because it's a money bill and a financial bill. In the budget. Same. These three. ID money bill budget I have discussed. That's all. And last one more is contingency fund of India, which means the emergency fund, which means the emergency fund, which means the emergency fund. Take the example, COVID-19, right? Or now in Kashmir, what is happening? Terrorist attack has taken place. Now the parliament cannot come together and sanction money for the terrorist victim, right? The president give at least 5 crore, 10 crore as a special allowance. We have an emergency problem. Contingency fund of India. Okay. Contingency fund of India. So which means the emergency? Which means the emergency fund. Okay, it is an emergency fund. That's all. Who can operate the emergency fund? It is the Mr. President. Which means the contingency fund of India. We'll stop here for today. Alright. We'll stop here for today. Tomorrow, Mr. President, emergency power, national emergency, state emergency, financial emergency, Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Deputy Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Very much important topic is coming up, the Union Executive. We are coming to the end of the Union Executive tomorrow. So tomorrow, please be present. You have to be there. You have to come. Okay, you have to be there. You have to be there. You try your best. Today is the last day, April 30. Yes. Tomorrow is May 1, right? May 1. So what do you want to do? Yes? Now you have to come stronger now. Okay, summer has begun from tomorrow. Summer will begin from tomorrow. You never want to wake up early in the morning, right? It's hard to wake up at 6 because it's summer. Okay, you study till 10, 11. Might be you might wake up at 7 and you study for at least 1 hour. Yes or no? Morning 1 hour, and you have a breakfast. And you come, and now you go home. You can take a rest. Might be at 2 or 2:30. You can start once. Study for at least 2 hours. Evening at least 4 hours. Yes or no? So 7 hours. If you study 7 hours, I don't think it will see. It's more than enough. I said 1 year. I never expect you in the last year because last year was July 15. I never expect you to crack that exam last year. This is the year. Okay, I'm telling you in advance. This 150 days. 150 days is more than enough. From May till August. May, June, July, August, September. October you cannot study. October is going to be the prelims. October last week is going to be the prelims. So 1 month is revision. 1 month no study, just revision. So this 150 days, starting from tomorrow, is too important. Those people who are watching, yes, this is the best time for you. Alright, you have to wake up now. Summer is coming, you have to wake up. And if you want to come for coaching also, very much possible, we can sponsor you. The School of NPC and SSB can sponsor you at least 60-70% free. Alright, this offer is going to be valid till June 1. June 1, May to June 1. 1 month, you have 30 days. 1 month, if you come for registration for 1 month this time, in the month of May, we can give you 60% offer or maximum 70%. But after this, no more. From July batch, you have to come with the full payment. So if you want to, suppose if you are facing with some financial problem or any other guidance problem, you can share us and you can call us anytime in the School of NPC and SSB. Thanks a lot.